the upper hand. Have dominion. And now we send the blood of Jesus to your father's house, to your mother's house, to your background. Anything that lifts up his head against you, in the name of Jesus, we ground it in the blood of Jesus. We ground it in the name of Jesus. Above all, any condition, pattern and cycles that are contrary to the will of God, to the word of God, to the plan of God for your life, today on the grounds of the blood of Jesus, we intercept it. Put your hands and say interception, interception, intercept, interception, interception, interception. We intercept, intercept, intercept contradiction. We intercept contradiction. We command you in the name of Jesus as more than a conqueror. Tell somebody, I declare that you are more than a conqueror. Tell two people, I declare that you are more than a conqueror.
Yeah, that's what I believe. See his sunshine, he's all around us. And there are beautiful clouds where you are. That's how I know that these worries will not last. I can see you've been crying and staying wide awake, asking yourself why the journey is so tough. They say tough times never last, only tough people do. So don't stop believing, I know it's gonna be better. Say la, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, la, 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 ba-dum. Can't be loved by everybody, it's impossible, you know. And trust me, it's okay, so let the toxic people go. Your peace within is more priceless than a pearl. You got to be happy, cause life's just way too short. Don't stress the little things, they will only waste your time. Just take it easy, easy like a nursery rhyme. And I'm singing, I know it's gonna be okay. So I wanna see you smile today. Hey, you just gotta be happy, man. Good days, bad days, it's all part of life. But you must keep the groove on and enjoy every single day. I'm sure you've had some happy days before. So what makes you think you can't have more? Can't have more. Keep on fighting and you'll see. You will soon see rainbows. Hey, come on. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Ba-dum, ba-dum, boom. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Ba-dum, ba-dum, boom. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Ba-dum, ba-dum, boom. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. On the way. Beautiful clouds, where you are, where you are. There are beautiful clouds, where you are, where you are. Oh, oh.
Would you consider running for president?
I knew that question. The way you were giving all kinds of... Listen, that's my response. We worked very, very hard at our manifesto. It took a number of years. Our methodology was demanding. And our presidential candidate then took the lead. He had a speak out tour, if you remember.
Yeah.
Poor man, going around the country, engaging people. We followed when we did the manifesto. People volunteered. And I want to use this medium to thank them. People flew into Accra. People drove, just coming to share ideas on how we could reset our country. We didn't have money. Listen, it was a very, very good experience, but we all felt energized. Mm-hmm. We had a draft of a manifesto. We stepped out to campaign, went everywhere. The people of Ghana were merciful. They voted for us for a reason. They voted massively, and we remain grateful. They didn't vote for us today to be talking about going or not going. They said we should come and solve the problems. Mm-hmm. We have an agenda. What we inherited was a very, very tough situation. We have work to do. Whether we are going or coming depends on the work we are doing. It depends on the support we are giving our president, who is leading the charge. And it depends on the quality of support we are giving. And if you're already going left and right and center and back, and it's not even time, I think it's a betrayal of the cause of the people. And I don't think it is right. So please help us to fulfill the dreams of this beautiful country that we know can do much better even than it is doing now. Let us focus on getting the job done. And I think that, speaking for myself, that is what I want to do.
Keep the focus, build the nation,
thank you.
Deliver results.
Thank you very much.
Show some love, man.
These are documents from the Ghana Scholarship Secretariat. All these. And if you see the rot, in this, you will be amazed. All these are scholarship documents that I received from the Ghana Scholarship. Look, I cringed reading these documents. I cringed. The rot that happened under the former registrar. This particular one is one woman gets, I don't want to mention names.
Okay.
I'll say princess.
Poor and needy people.
No, they are not. Name princess. She gets a scholarship. She goes with her children, 3 of them. Ajovi, Akosua, Asiye.
The children are also awarded scholarship?
No, they are paid to come and stay with the mother to study.
Why?
And the spouse, the husband.
Is that how it works?
That is how Kisila Jiman did it.
Is it legal?
I have no idea. And so this one, for instance, she has 3 children. She gets awarded a master's degree program. She gets paid for the master's program with stipends. Her husband gets paid to come and support the wife to study, together with their 3 children. Together with
Support as in how?
That's a baby. Is a baby also a scholarship student? That is the awardees children. That's the husband. That's another child. And I'll tell you, they pay their airfare. They pay
With taxpayers' money.
Yes. So for the 4, their visas, yellow fever card, ticket comes to about £90,000. And every month, the 3 children, the husband, everybody, each, not all of them, each gets £8,160 for supporting the mother to study. Do you think that is fair to the taxpayer of Ghana? And that is why NIB must move fast and make arrests and make people pay for this. People must refund. If you get a scholarship, and you think that you are a wife and you are not ready to move away from your husband or your children, then stay in Ghana and study.
There are other universities.
Why should my taxes be paid to take care of you to come and read MBA in London?
When we have universities that can
come and read MBA. When you are coming, you bring your whole flock, including husband in tow. And the question I asked is, were the husbands not working? That they could move house and move to the UK to come and support their wives to study. No money share. And the husbands who also got it and came with their wives, the wives, what were they doing? So the children are moved out of school. 1 year, mother is coming to study. The whole family relocates.
These are minors.
And this is why the scholarship secretariat could not pay these debts. This is why they could not.
Because the money was being channeled to other places.
It was being paid for airfare for whole family. Some of them had 4 children, some of them had 5 children, some of them had 3 children, plus spouse. Plus spouse.
All with Ghana taxpayers.
Yes. Plus spouse. So they were paying the tickets for them. They were paying them a monthly allowance for staying in the UK, all of them, the whole family. Because one person is coming to study MBA.
Well,
so Ghanaians, judge for yourself. Now I have to deal with this mess, and I have to be frank. I don't like coming to the media to discuss these issues, because I feel that we should do it behind the scenes. But the people that I'm dealing with
are not giving you the chance.
No, they go to the media first.
Yeah.
Trying to create the impression that we are not cooperating. So I have to let the Ghanaian people know that whatever you are reading from the people who run to the media first, that is not the truth. This is the situation at hand we are dealing with. And it doesn't take a day to solve this. This thing is under investigation. So we will take our time to do it. But for now, any payment that is made, knowing what I know about PhD students who have completed, and are asking me for 40 months stipends with no intentions of going back. We will ensure that the law is enforced.
The intendment, we believe that the intendment is to actually prevent people from, getting rid of their cocoa farms and selling it to galamseys, etc. But the phraseology of this current bill, which has now been passed and is going for the president's asset, is very problematic. And at a time when laws that are not even problematic are being abused and weaponized by this administration, we fear that what you are seeing in terms of unwarranted arrest, etc., under section 207, 208, with this provision, is soon going to extend to cocoa farmers in other parts of the country. Another provision I'll give you is this 70% of FOB price. So you recall that the NDC advertised that they were going to pay the cocoa farmer
70% of the value.
In fact, initially they said they were going to pay the cocoa farmer 70% of the world market price. That's what they touted all over. And the first draft, the earlier amendment that they brought, said 70% of the world market price. Now all of a sudden, they pulled it back and in the middle of the night introduced one that says 70% of the FOB, of the achieved FOB.
What's the difference?
The difference is that the world market price, so for example, those who deal in gold, etc., they can just pick up their phone and find out what the world market price is.
And the farmer is entitled to 70%
the farmer
of that.
Would, under that structure, be entitled to 70% of that. Now, with what they have taken out and now brought in, they are going to now tell you what FOB price they have achieved and strike 70% of it for you. Who does the verification of that achieved 70%? Of that achieved FOB
is the
before
FOB
you come
not
to the
publicized?
70%? No, they are the ones who have to come and tell us.
Yeah, but they will determine it and publicize
But that is the problem.
So at least you know what you are entitled to.
But that is a problem because the original promise was to create a scenario where it's not subjected to the government. It's a world market price that you can check. Now, under this new law that they have made, they are telling you that, Cocoa Board will now go and quote unquote achieve an FOB price and then come and declare that price to you. And then you get paid a 70%.
I want to go back to the repurposing of the farms bit. There's even this idea that we don't even need that to be put in there. But the question is, cocoa is a very important resource for us as a country. If we are in an era where we see videos of farmers saying that they are giving their farms out to galamseyers, and indeed some even practicalize that, is this not the best way to protect a national resource by saying that henceforth, even though the farm is for you as a private individual, to the extent that you are in the country called Ghana, where you cannot just carry your cocoa and go and sell it in the market, will determine whether you should stop doing cocoa or not. Is that not reasonable?
I've said that we believe that the intendment of that is to cure this problem.
Yes.
But the current phraseology, I didn't bring a copy of the bill here, but the current phraseology of the bill allows it to be extended to anybody who is, for example, even cutting down a cocoa tree, in which instance it would then be an affront to Cocoa Board's own provisions on how to deal with affected trees. So if you look at the recommendations that we have made, the recommendations we have made include the fact that those parts need to be reworded to exclude instances in which people are having to cut away parts of their farms, whether it's swollen shoot or whatever, cut away parts of their farms for purpose of preventing disease spreading.
Maka said the ama mania break and say ya bam no. Ya wa bam no. I into the galamsey. If they are videos and this is for the galamsey campaign pa. If you know senka or da na galamsey wo hono man, I'm sure they would have had videos near there. Woman the better. But then baby, I prefer beer. Ye tutu. There is no effort. Say ye we claim. Say I buy ye serious so be fighting galamsey. O twenty and share achimda. For us, local politicians, people here, will continue to make the noise. Ye dem say ye kaya ye ho ye hi. Nanso yanka wine and Rebecca. Achimda in it. Most of them don't. Over here, see Ghana Consolidated Diamonds Limited, GCD, Akwatia. It is some of the places overseas in somebody, it presupposes Akwatia and the Diama Womo.
son. And I have said Jesus. And I have a no, yeah, son. Yeah, you was say, Nibia, Ebessa, I am for fro, Yavanate, Sigambano, Yadi Jesus, Lady, and I have said Jesus, and I have a no, yes, I shall come now. I don't be what you oh, yeah, that's you. Yeah, you are you. Why my head and watching? Oh, there was way. I don't know. Why my head and yeah, it's good. I don't be that. Oh, I don't be what you oh, yeah, yes or no. And I have said Jesus. And I no, yeah, yes on. Yeah, you was say, Nibia, Ebessa, I am for fro, Yavanate, Sigambano, Yadi Jesus, Lady, and I have said Jesus, and I have no, yeah, yes, I shall come now. I don't be what you oh, yeah, that was you. Yeah, you are you. Why my head and I'm watching. Oh, there was way. I don't know. I want fire. One fire. Baby, baby. I know I can wait. I'm not going to so I'm going to be a see I go. That's the big baby. See I go. You should be big, yes, I got to marry you.
Good day. My name is Dr. Victor Asare Bampo, and I lead the National Health Insurance Authority. I want to take a minute of your time, not to make a speech, but to share some news with you, because honestly, it's your news. Let me start with a number. At the start of this year, about 66% of all Ghanaians were covered by the National Health Insurance Scheme. By the end of the second quarter of this year, 7 in every 10 were covered. That is 70%. That's a mother who no longer chooses between her child's medicine and her market money. A grandfather who walks into a clinic with his card, not his life savings. Millions of Ghanaians protected. And it means something bigger. It means inching closer to achieving the coverage target under the world-acclaimed universal health coverage. Health for every single Ghanaian is no longer a dream on paper. It is within reach. That's not the NHIA's doing alone. You trusted us, and we don't take that lightly, not for one day. That is why we've launched the 80 campaign, a campaign anchored on the call from 70 to 80, let's cover more. It seeks to mobilize individuals and communities that remain outside the NHIS to come on board while strengthening measures to ensure that existing members derive greater value from their membership. This year alone, we have intensified enrollment activities through the market storm, registering people in busy streets, markets, and communities, and that leapfrogged our membership under the government's free primary healthcare policy. The NHIS Campus Connect also took our services directly to the doorstep of several tertiary educational institutions to ensure that all students are covered under the scheme. The NHIS Festive Pulse and Faith and Wellness Drive also provided on-site registration and renewal services to patrons of festivals and faith congregations across the country. Here's the second thing. We've increased what we pay hospitals, clinics, and pharmacies by 50%. Why should that matter to you? Because when the people caring for you are properly paid, your card works the way it should. No excuses at the counter. No being asked to pay for what's already yours. You show your card, you get your care. That's the deal, and we intend to keep it. And the one that moves me most. For the first time ever, funds for free primary health care are flowing straight to the districts that host the facilities in the communities that need them most. Checkups, care for pregnant women, immunization for the little ones, free, at the point of care. And I must say this plainly, this did not start with us. It took a president who uncapped the health insurance fund so that money meant for your health actually reaches your health. It took a minister for health who has led this agenda with real conviction. It took a government that decided healthcare is not a privilege, it's a promise. I've worked in health for a long time, and I'll tell you the truth. There are families for whom this changes everything. Being part of it, it's humbling. None of this is the NHI's achievement alone. It's yours, your contributions, your trust, and the health workers who show up every single day. We are just the stewards. And everything you've just heard, none of it happened by accident. It's the result of 3 commitments we work at every single day. First, we're keeping our own house in order. Stronger systems, tighter controls, and taking care of the people who do this work. That discipline is how we've come this far, this fast. Second, we are protecting your trust and your money. It's why we've introduced a one-time attendance code, or OTAC, at facilities, so the scheme pays for real care for real patients every single time. If you are insured, no one should charge you illegally, not 1 cedi. We are rooting that out wherever we find it. And third, we are delivering on our government's boldest health promises. Free primary health care. The funds are already flowing. And the Ghana Medical Trust Fund, or Mahama Care, is moving with it. So if you've not registered yet, or your membership has expired, please do one thing today. Dial *929#, or download the My NHIS app. It takes just 2 minutes. Your health is worth it. And serving you, that's the privilege of my life.
A century of courage, a century of conviction, a century of revolutionary legacy. Join the SBECAN, Association of Ghanaians Trained in Cuba, under the auspices of the Embassy of Cuba in Ghana, for the Fidel Castro Centenary commemoration under the theme Fidel Castro at 100, Revolutionary Legacy, Pan-African Solidarity and Global Justice. Witness the launch of Quotes of Fidel Castro, Echoing the Voice of Freedom, authored by Penyin Anaman, and the Fidel Castro Centenary Legacy Initiative 2026 to 2027. Date Thursday, 13th August 2026. Time 10:30 a.m. prompt. Venue Accra Metropolitan Assembly Auditorium. Don't miss this memorable occasion as we celebrate a legacy that continues to inspire generations. Don't miss history. Be there.
Government is broke, government is broke. The people are spending billions to go inside the government that is broke. Have you ever seen a minister who resigned because government is broke before? Government has no money. Have you ever seen a governor who said, ladies and gentlemen, when I was elected, I thought the government had money. Now I discover government has no money, I resign. Have you ever seen it? Government has no money, but they are bringing money out at election time. Where is that money coming from? So they are lying. What is happening is that there are two types of wicked people in government. Type 1, they eat current money. Any money they find in government, they will eat it. They are wicked about that one. There is type 2. Type 2, they eat current money and future money. They will say, my term will end next year. When I leave, how will I eat money? Let me borrow money now and borrow money of the future and eat it now.
All right, good morning. Thank you very much for joining the show. This is Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. The show is live on 94.1 FM. My name is Audu Moore. It's always a pleasure to come your way. It's a beautiful Thursday morning. This indeed is the day the Lord has made. Indeed, we're glad that we've been able to return it to join the nation's conversation on the big issues that are making the rounds in our dear country, Ghana. And as always, want to say a big thanks to you because you tune in every single day from Monday to Friday. That's from 7 a.m. to 9:55 because you like the quality of the conversation, you like the quality of the guest, and perhaps you like the quality of the moderation. So I want to go ahead and look at what the newspapers are reporting today, and I'll start with the Daily Graphic. So Daily Graphic is reporting this morning that go after small-scale miners revenue, IFS to government. As financial conditions ease, BOG directs banks to boost SME agri lending. Graphic Business, Stanbic submit a cybersecurity paper to CSA, call for sustained action on financial fraud. Warrant issued for Sediness release. That's with the Daily Graphic for today. So the Ghanaian Times says the produced vehicle passed locally to create jobs. VIP tells Zonda Tech. And as gold exports are, but revenue lags according to IFS. Ademos Resources challenges revocation of mining leases as AG withdraws a stay application against Sedina Tamaklo Atiuno Akweto. Daily Guide says that Sedina Tamaklo freed as AG withdraws fight. Speaker recalls Parliament for urgent business, and there's man beheads wife. There's lead digital revolution, Muhammad urges youth, and there's NAFCO trial, defense lawyers miss court amid protest. The Insight says that Adamos vows to challenge government's revocation of its mining license. And there's mining leases, that's it. There's Pan-African Progressive Front celebrates Pan-African TV at 10. Interior Ministry thumbs up. Bail to meal for $400,000 medical supplies donation to police hospitals. And there's coalition launched to strengthen fight against human trafficking and transnational crime. The invisible weapon, sanctions over compliance and the human cost. Putin threatens retaliation over seizure of Russian ships. The Daily Searchlight says that the judiciary don't become Attorney General annex. NPP says in sharp rebuttal to Chief Justice's special warrant for 2 trials during legal vacation, opposition can be an act of patriotism, according to Prempe. And there's a AG makes U-turn as former Slok CEO Sedina Tamaklo cleared for release after state withdraws the stay application. So the name is not Sedinam, it's Sedina. Sedina, and both have their meanings. Perhaps when I'll check with my Ewe-speaking friends to tell me what the difference is. But what we know as a matter of fact, they Sedina, not Sedinam. All right. So Academic City and the partners issue white paper calling for stronger digital accountability as Ghana loses 19.3 million cedis to cyber crime. The New Republic says that Shell games over Galamsey Queen, and there's a scholarship brought exposed. UK Embassy reveals documents showing industrial scale abuse of public funds. And there's Land Ministry bosses Dami Angela Atier's evasive dance around illegal mining charges. There's Pepline caught in cyber scandal. State institution hired unlicensed firm despite clear directive. And the CSA slammed 360,000 cedis in fines for flagrant license violation. The Zambia voters under fear. There's Hichilema faces election day storm as repression claims swell. There's Hormuz strain pushes oil higher. And there's Hanan Dami in vacation dance stage. The Chronicle says that beware, the plantain you eat may be toxic. We market women and killers are the same. Those who add chemicals to foodstuff do not consume them, they only sell them. 2026 budget is being poorly executed according to IFS. Daily Post says that NSA releases 121.754 thousand PIN codes for 2026-2027 National Service year. The Coalition of Unpaid Nurses and Midwives show appreciation to Health Minister. Ghana Enterprises Agency marks 10th MSME Day celebration. Now, let's check out what the quote cards are saying. Are the quote cards ready? We can look at that as well. That's before we move on to, okay. So, sorry about that. Actually, there's women and leadership. Oh, how did that escape me? Whoa. My sincere apologies. Now, Sheila Patel says, has Ghana forgotten a former parliamentarian who once commanded the spotlight? That's when the Queen Mother's voice grows faint, who is guiding Ghana's young girls. And there's Agbogbloshi traders divided over 1 month ultimatum to vacate. And then there's Catholic women pledge support for efforts to combat gender-based violence. Nana Ama McBrown, a powerful force in Ghana's creative arts industry. Okay, so with the first one, the Sheila Bartels one, it's actually an article on her. So she's not the one saying, has Ghana forgotten? But the article says, has Ghana forgotten a former parliamentarian who once commanded the spotlight? So it's a piece of article on her. And then the BNFT, which is the Business and Financial Times, says, rethink gold tax regime to capture more revenue from small-scale mining, according to IFS. Get Fund launches National Collective Furniture Appeal to support basic, junior, and senior high schools. That sounds like a good one. Yeah, that sounds a good one. So you attended, like, for example, I attended Youngsters International. If there's a way I can go back to my school and give them and donate some chairs and furniture, that would be great. So yeah, I think congrats to the Get Fund administrators and managers there. So I think it's a brilliant initiative because sometimes people have stuff they want to donate. Yeah, but they're not sure exactly. Quite clearly, yes, there's some difficulty there. So you're asking. Well, it depends on. It depends on. I mean, no government can supply furniture to all schools. There's some challenge. No, you've not been introduced yet. So let me. And let's develop investment products to tap diaspora funds. The man has introduced himself. Anyway, no, we haven't started yet. I'll bring you in. All right, so stay with us. This is Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. You heard a voice in the background. I'll tell you who the person is after telling you what the quote cards are saying. Now, we're told legal vacation court sittings. I'm shocked. This is the first time legal vacation has become an issue. Andrew Ejapamesa. And there's Judge Science release warrants for Sedina Tamakulo Ationu. And there's GPRT orders drivers to reverse unapproved fare increase. And then you have only amateurs who think that the NDC will win the 2028 elections. Now, the way this one has been captured. Anyway, Sahel crisis could spill into Ghana. Jatike Center wants new national security team. And then there's also Baumia's innovative health solutions could have helped reduce 965 maternal deaths, according to Akosia Benu. All right, so stay with us. This is Good Morning Ghana. I'll tell you who my guests are shortly.
Tanumo, Onunchoni Hao, Dagma, Chicheli, Wekun, Yanuchumo, Osolimo Jiake, Ubao Nani, Aya, Baba Shushui. Amen.
And there they are. The squad is ready, lined up, ice cold, focused and prepared for national duty. Every bottle in position, every label shining with confidence. And here comes the selection. One bottle steps forward, picked from the squad, ready to deliver for Ghana. He takes the first sip. Oh yes, refreshingly hydrating. The whistle goes. The Black Stars are on the move. He breaks through the defense like flowing water. Beautiful control. He lines it up. He strikes. Goal! Ghana is awake. From the fridge to the field, Awake keeps you refreshed. Awake Purified Drinking Water, one for life. Proudly supporting the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is FDA approved.
Finding my dream apartment in just 2 days was a breeze with 7terragh.com. Looking for your next home, the perfect piece of land, or the best commercial property for your business? Are you worried about sending money home for property and finding nothing when you return? Well, worry no more. 7terragh.com is just a platform to find prime lands, perfect properties, or vibrant real estate development at the click of a button. 7terragh.com is your go-to property listing platform that allows you to register, list, rent, buy or sell, and connect with correct agents. With our AI-powered smart search, personalized dashboards, verified agent connection, and interactive property maps, all your property needs have been made easier. Check us out on 7terragh.com or contact us on 0302-998-246 or 0561 032 252. 7terragh.com, powered by MNC Properties.
Mommy, good morning.
Good morning, my son. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Mom. How about you?
I'm fine.
So, I just saw your mom doing her usual morning routine. Like, it was just 2 weeks she underwent a major colon surgery.
Bro, see, my mom is doing perfectly fine, and we're all excited about it. It was minimally invasive surgery, and the recovery has been very fast.
Minimally? Hey! No, wait. What do you mean by that?
So they offered my mom a laparoscopic colon surgery. Laparoscopic colon surgery, which we accepted. It turned out it was equally safe with a very fast recovery time, and the cost involved too was very, very reasonable. She was discharged 3 days after the surgery, and you can see her, she's on her feet again.
3 days?
Just 3 days, bro.
Mean Tuber Hospital, first Ghana colorectal center, aim to serve a peculiar health need.
In my line of work, a confident smile is everything. Kel Chaco toothpaste keeps me on top of my game and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job, we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kel Chaco toothpaste. Kel Chaco toothpaste. You're on a Kessie and in a kit one.
Samayo Kendini, who be here, Semetra Sapapadia to Amame Manfo, Kel Chaco's natural ingredients, and a bomb is so buying, a man is swing, Nesansu Mama Hoto so a will beg you.
Kel Chaco toothpaste. Choose Kel Chaco toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth, and fresher breath all day. Available in 80 gram and 150 gram. Grab yours today.
Kel, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Today's class is going to be an exciting one. Now, who can share an unforgettable moment in their life? Okay, Asempa.
I'd like to talk about my first time. It was her natural look, complemented by her favorite green silky apparel that caught my attention. I have to say, she automatically possessed me with her smile, which exposed her beautiful white teeth. That's not all, her enduring signature perfume could be smelled from afar. Madam, why do you look so surprised? My first time with her was special and irresistible. I'm talking about Cindy Rice. Cindy Rice can be found in selected supermarkets nationwide.
Cindy Rice, sweet aroma, great taste.
This advert is FDA approved.
This is the old way. Let me show you a new and a better way. EduPack.
EduPack?
Yes, EduPack. A GS-approved and supported initiative for all first year students going to SHS by Prospectus Ghana Limited. Now you don't need to go to the market. All your trunks, mattresses, pillows, including plastic chalkboards, are all waiting for your child at the school. Note, All our wooden chalkboxes are being changed to plastic ones to avoid bedbugs.
You can also register by dialing *713*821# following the prompts, or you can visit www.eduparkgh.com and tap register. You can also register at any ADB branch near you at a very affordable price. EduPark, approved and supported by GES.
Metro TV, Original TV, Original FM, and Metro Digital, under the auspices of the Office of the Chief of Staff, proudly present the Clean Conference 2026 under the theme Assessing Ghana's Progress Towards UN SDGs Agenda 2030. SDG 6, Clean Water and Sanitation, SDG 7, Clean Energy, and SDG 12, Responsible Consumption and Production. Friday, 21st August 2026, 9 a.m. at the City Conference Hall, University of Ghana, Legon, Accra. With just 4 years to achieve the UN SDGs 2030, how far has Ghana come? The answers begin with one national conversation, the Metro and Original Sanitation Conference, with the Chief of Staff, Honorable Julius Debra. The Clean Conference, bringing together government, development partners, traditional authorities, industry players, academia, civil society, young people, and all Ghanaians. Change is not only in conference rooms, so there will be a cleanup exercise on Saturday, 22nd August 2026, also led by the Chief of Staff. Join thousands of volunteers for this massive cleanup exercise across the major streets of Accra. Metro Clean Conference, Wahuni Diema on Mine Tumpong.
All right, you're watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. The show is also live on 94.1 FM. So one of my guests is here. The other will be joining us shortly. Fifi Boafo is one of the avid communicators of the New Patriotic Party. That's at some point he played a very, very instrumental role in Cocoa Board. He was almost like he was a special assistant, more or less, to the Cocoa Board Chief Executive Officer. He led the corporate affairs, business for Cocoa Board as well. Played a very, very instrumental role as far as shaping the information and communications from Cocoa Board, obviously, and that's understandable because of his media background. Not to talk about the fact that he's a very well, highly educated person as well. I need to maybe one of these days ask him what's become, because I know at some point he had intentions of going to a law school. I don't know what's happened to that trip. Fifi, anyway, good morning. It's good to see you.
Good morning.
I hope you're doing very well.
Oh, I'm well. It could have been better though, but I'm well.
Yeah, I know. What's up with the law school? Did you start?
Well, I did the LLB, I think. I finished 10, 11 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You did in Ghana? Or outside?
Yeah, in Ghana.
Yeah. Okay. But why didn't you do the professional course?
At the time.
Yeah. You've been extremely busy. But do you have any intentions of pursuing it?
Very soon, matter of days, probably.
Oh, that's good. So, breaking news, Fifi.
But
the month is a matter of days, so it could be today, it could be tomorrow, it could be next. But it's become fashionable. It looks like now everybody wants to read law. I mean, back in the day when you read law, you didn't read it because everybody was reading law. You read it because you had a plan. For instance, I know at some point you want to become an MP, etc. And so I'm sure that it was part of the bigger plan. But these days, it's become more like fashion, eh? Oh, SMAC has read it, so me too, let me go and read it. SMAC has read it, so let me go and read it. I don't know. Is that something you think we're missing?
Well,
it's okay for us to have more lawyers, so that's fine.
Of course, yes, it is. It is, because I think that law has a way of preparing you as an individual. It has a way of building you up, and then I think it makes you more detailed a person, and you don't just take things on the face value.
Absolutely.
It trains you to look at things from different perspective and understand where the issues are coming from. So I believe that it's a training when you get, it helps you as a person. So there's no reason for anybody to say that, well, it is not good to study law. And whatever motivation anybody has to study law, I think that the person must be encouraged to do so, because yes, it's very useful to have that education.
Yeah. Anyway, so our friends and family relatives who are pursuing law. So first of all, is the legal profession okay? So let me put it this way: do you think people really have an understanding of how the legal education or the law market or law practice market looks? I think there's a certain sense that once you become a lawyer, you're rich automatically.
Okay, so let me say this. This business you are doing,
yes,
journalism,
right?
I think we all agree that journalism doesn't pay that much,
right?
Yeah, but there are people who have also done journalism,
and they're very comfortable.
And they are doing very well.
Right.
They are comfortable.
That's true.
I believe same with law. There are also lawyers who are doing fabulously well,
right?
And there are those who are just okay.
Okay.
I'm sure when you talk to the young lawyers, they will tell you, Charlie, it's not easy. So it is not just being a lawyer that will make you rich. Of course, what you do as a lawyer will determine. I don't know if I have the person's permission to say that very prominent lawyer in Ghana once said that he's not seen someone who is just a lawyer and the person is that rich. Yeah, the person may be a lawyer, but also be doing other things by the side, which will help the person. But of course, there are lawyers who are very, very comfortable. So I think that just going to law school will not make you rich, or just being called to the bar will not make you rich.
Okay.
What you do, like yourself, there are journalists who are struggling, but Charlie, you are doing well. You are the man, Charlie. So, you see.
I'm going to go find trouble for me. I'm sitting my somewhere.
No.
You and I are going to eat gobe.
So let me tell you a true story, a personal story.
Okay, bro.
The day I left Ken City Media and joined Cocoa Board.
Okay.
The day they gave me my appointment letter and I looked at the salary, I was like, what's the meaning of this?
Right.
Because
yes,
the perception out there was actually Cocoa Board
yeah.
And here I was coming from the media,
right?
And how much I was earning.
Yes.
They were not even giving me 2/3 of how much I was earning from the media. So I said to myself,
what's the point?
What's the point? Why must I leave the media? At least that one too has its own benefit and advantage to come and sit at Cocoa Board with this.
Right.
So yeah, there are people in the media who are also doing well. But Charlie, the truth is that when you go to the newsroom, people are really struggling.
Yeah.
I heard there was a book recently by
this guy who used to be at GTV?
GTV, yeah. Mumin.
Yeah, Abdul Mumin. Abdul Hai Mumin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Talking about poverty in the newsroom.
Right.
Yeah, so even though people are still struggling in the media, others are doing well.
Right.
So I think it's almost every profession.
Okay.
There are still engineers who are struggling. There are some doctors, Charlie, no easy like that.
Right.
But hey, it's how you make it.
How you make it.
Yeah.
I agree with you. So, Fee, your party has not been happy with the way the Sedina Tamaklos case has been handled so far. In fact, you've gone to the extent of saying that it appears that everything was staged, everything was choreographed, and there's a certain playbook that the government is going strictly according to. And it was part of the reasons why you embarked on the how do you call it, on the
Democracy Under Attack
demonstration. Okay. Now, when the news broke that Sedina had won her appeals case at the court, you said that the basis for her victory for the appeal that she had filed was weak, and you thought that something was amiss. In fact, the Attorney General agreed with you that that Sedina should not have been granted that appeal request that she filed. And at that press conference, he stated and declared that his office would further appeal against the decision which had been given by the appeals court. And that he said he had asked them to do that. And of course, I recall at the time, people were asking, but you've not even seen the judgment. So what are you going to appeal against? Because if you don't, until you see the judgment, what are you going to appeal against, you know? So the Attorney General, I believe, has read the judgment and then decided that he was going to still go ahead and file the appeal. But today, the Ghanaian Times is telling us that the Attorney General has withdrawn that appeal that he intended to file against the Sedina matter, or the Sedina case. And is actually on page 3 of today's Ghanaian Times paper. Now, Malik Suleimana is reporting that the Attorney General AG has withdrawn its application seeking a stay of execution of the Court of Appeals decision acquitting the former Chief Executive Officer of the Microfinance and Small Loan Center, Maslok, Ms. Christine Sedina Tamaklo Atieno. Consequently, the Court of Appeal has struck out the state's notice for stay of execution as withdrawn. You know, they wanted to do two things. Stay pending the appeal which had been filed. Okay. Now, the state informed the court yesterday that it had filed a notice of withdrawal on August 10, bringing the application to an end. However, lawyers for Mrs. Tamaklo Atieno raised concerns about the manner in which the application was withdrawn. The state has meanwhile commenced the appeal process at the Supreme Court following the Court of Appeal's decision. On July 30, 2026, the Court of Appeal acquitted and discharged Mrs. Tamaklo Atieno, 54, after holding that the prosecution had failed to prove his case against her. The former Maslok CEO had been sentenced to 10 years imprisonment on April 16, 2024 by the High Court in Accra, presided over by Justice Efia Sewa Asare for causing financial loss of 90 million cedis to the state. Her co-accused and former head of operations at Maslok, Danny Naxim, was sentenced to 5 years imprisonment. The state had subsequently sought to prevent Mrs. Tamaklo Atieno's release from the Nsawam Medium Security Prison, where she was serving her sentence following her extradition from the United States. She was extradited to Ghana after being arrested and detained at a Nevada detention center in the U.S., where she had sought refuge after obtaining permission from the court to travel abroad for medical treatment. The two accused persons had pleaded not guilty to charges including conspiracy to steal, stealing, causing financial loss to the state, unauthorized commitment resulting in financial obligations for the government, money laundering, and the contravention of the Public Procurement Act. The prosecution accused Mrs. Tamaklo Atieno of embezzling 500,000 cedis paid by a company that benefited from Maslok support in 2014. She was also accused of misappropriating part of 1.46 million cedis allocated by then President John Dramani Mahama to support victims of the Kantamanto Market fire disaster in Accra in 2013. In January 2023, the High Court ordered former National Petroleum Authority's Chief Executive Officer Alex Mode and Gavivina Tamaklo to pay 5 million cedis for failing to produce Mrs. Tamaklo Atieno after she had been granted bail. Right, so the stay is what was withdrawn, but the appeal process itself at the Supreme Court has been done. So as we speak, Sedina has been freed. She's out of Nsawam. I see you are very happy for her.
Oh yeah, I am.
Oh, okay.
I'm happy for her. Okay. Why not?
Okay. I see.
We are watching a very interesting movie.
Movie?
Oh, yeah.
How do you mean? How is this a movie? This is reality.
Oh, come on. You know why I call it a movie?
You know, a movie is a fiction. It's make believe. But this one. That's
what it is.
Really?
Of course.
Oh, tell me why. From
get-go.
Yes, sir.
We knew how this was going to end.
Okay.
And it's exactly what has played out. I remember, so let me start by saying that for me, as an individual, I'm not happy to see anybody go to jail. Of course, I also understand that we need punitive measures to ensure that people do the right thing. So I don't celebrate to see anybody in jail. But, of course, there are laws, and the law is that when you go against the law, you must serve for it. But back to the movie government is playing for us to watch. And I say movie because in a movie, you know how the story will start and you know how it will end. And any observant of the political situation in our country,
I mean the political scene,
the political scene,
right?
You will know very well that government did not intend in working to ensure that Madam Sedina Tamakulu stays in prison. It was in the interest of government, or government really wanted to free her. They had no intention of making sure that she stays in jail. Just watch this. At the time the sentence was handed down, the woman was not in the country. When she came, she had to be taken to Nsawam prison. You remember very well that it took a lot of noise in the country before we're told that finally she had been sent to prison. There are people who are of the firm belief that she was not in prison, she was actually cooling off in her house. Charles Kwasi Oposu, the Minister for Government Communication, when asked for the first time, Felix said that, well, I am not a person to speak for the prison service. Oh, really? Is prison service not part of government? Has Felix not been speaking for other government agencies? But that time, he said no. He is not a person to speak for the prison service or the Ministry of Interior. So he decided not to talk about that. It gives me the impression that, yes, indeed, the woman was at home. Later on, she was then taken to Nsawam prison. What happened? Few months or few weeks later, they said, oh, the court has actually looked at the case, and the court says that the trial court, that's the High Court, erred in its ruling, and therefore the woman should have a freedom back. Ask yourself, why did Sedina file appeal against a ruling as far back as April 2024, and it took her to pursue the case only after her government had won power and she had been brought down and she had been asked to go and serve the prison term. 2024, he didn't see the need in pushing for a review of the High Court ruling. It only took at the time when her party was in power. I said this, and then I even posted a video of it on my Facebook page. I said it at the time she was brought down that, well, the NDC government would free her and she was not going to serve the term. I remember one of the panelists asking me if I was being a prophet, and I said, well, I am no prophet, but of course, I've been monitoring what is happening in this country and knowing very well how the government has operated. It was not going to be anything different this time round, and Madam Sedina Tamakulu was going to be freed. And indeed, it happened. What did the Attorney General tell us? The Attorney General, even before reading the court ruling, just because people were complaining, came out and told us that he was going to appeal the Court of Appeal ruling. Who was believing him? I did not believe what the Attorney General said.
Okay.
Because he has a track record that does not give anybody the confidence that he will ensure that an NDC person will go to jail. So I did not believe him. Every other NDC person who spoke on the matter disagreed with the Attorney General. Did that not tell you anything? That the Attorney General, who is a member of the NDC, is an NDC member of Parliament, who the NDC has believed everything he has done for and on behalf of government. He has believed everything he had said and done, defended it. For the first time, every single NDC person said that the Attorney General was wrong. Did I not tell you something? So now the Attorney General was on his own. And for how long was he going to be on his own? He was definitely going to dance to the same tune the NDC members were dancing to. And it came to pass that the Attorney General, after just telling us, I will make sure, I didn't see the point in keeping her in prison anyway. Because eventually the one was going to come out. So who are they trying to deceive? Ghanaians? Oh, come on. We knew that that's how the movie was going to end. It was just a movie they were showing us. But the danger with this kind of movie is that if you set out to make sure that every NDC person accused of one wrong or the other will not serve a jail term, why must other Ghanaians suffer suffer a different fate? Because so now everybody must be NDC so that no matter the wrong you commit, you'll be freed. That's what it means. Because give me one NDC person who is serving a jail term or even going through a legal process. Every one of them who, upon assumption of office, was facing trial, there was either a discontinuation or of the case. They found an only prosecutor to just say that all of you, you are discharged, you are acquitted. We have nothing against you. So you thought that Sedina Tamakulu was going to be treated any different? No. They were definitely going to also let her enjoy the benefits of being NDC just like others had benefited. And that's what has happened. So today, Touchwood, if Moro has done something wrong, would they now say that take Moro to court because Moro, as for Moro, he's not NDC?
But Pif, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. You talked about a movie. So basically, you're saying this whole thing has been choreographed.
Precisely.
Okay. But you've always trusted the judiciary. In fact, in 8 years, the MPP had told us time and again that as far as you are concerned, the place to go if you have any issues is the courts. Every time I recall the NDC had raised issues about the posture of the court towards them, you said the courts go to court because you trust the courts. So if you still trust the courts, why is it that when a court of competent jurisdiction has said that Sedina has no case to answer, you say you don't agree with the court and you think that this whole thing has been choreographed? Isn't this some kind of an attack on the integrity of our judicial system? Because at the end of the day, it wasn't the Attorney General who said Sedina has no case to answer. It is the court that said so. And the same Attorney General whom you say you don't trust because he has entered nolle prosequi in the past of persons affiliated with the NDC, the same Attorney General says, I'm going all the way up to the Supreme Court to go and challenge the decision which was made by the appeals court. So I'll ask you to stay on this one and we'll take a short break. Please stay with us, don't go anywhere.
And there they are. The squad is ready, lined up, ice cold, focused and prepared for national duty. Every bottle in position, every label shining with confidence. And here comes the selection. One bottle steps forward, picked from the squad, ready to deliver for Ghana. He takes the first sip. Oh yes, refreshingly hydrating. The whistle goes. The Black Stars are on the move. He breaks through the defense like flowing water. Beautiful control.
He lines it up.
He strikes. Goal! Ghana is awake. From the fridge to the field, Awake keeps you refreshed. Awake purified drinking water, one for life. Proudly supporting the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is FDA approved.
Hello, my friends. My name is Kelkit Toothpaste.
Wow.
I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. It makes your teeth stronger, chicky whiter, chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Kelkits, happy smile.
Yes, next. Hey, Nadia Benson, Asamo.
Me didn't tum. Mr. Friend, Calico, just call me cockroach. Now, Mr. Friend, me once now.
Hey, that's you. Improve car. Yeah. Captain Mosquito, double the action.
Me did this sasso spray. Mr. Friend is sasso quell. Yeah, go to my sasso.
Come on, Tom Preco.
Metro TV, Original TV, Original FM, and Metro Digital, under the auspices of the Office of the Chief of Staff, proudly present the Clean Conference 2026 under the theme Assessing Ghana's Progress Towards UN SDGs Agenda 2030, SDG 6, Clean Water and Sanitation, SDG 7, Clean Energy, and SDG 12, Responsible Consumption and Production. Friday, 21st August 2026, 9 a.m. at the City Conference Hall, University of Ghana, Legon, Accra. With just 4 years to achieve the UN SDGs 2030, how far has Ghana come? The answers begin with one national conversation, the Metro and Original Sanitation Conference, with the Chief of Staff, Honorable Julius Debra. The Clean Conference, bringing together government, development partners, traditional authorities, industry players, academia, civil society, young people, and all Ghanaians. Change is not only in conference rooms, so there will be a cleanup exercise on Saturday, 22nd August 2026, also led by the Chief of Staff. Join thousands of volunteers for this massive cleanup exercise across the major streets of Accra. Metro Clean Conference, Wahuni Diema on Mine Tumpo.
Hey! Abba! How Azimana South and our Alfama. I'm Marama for more for Mamo. What is 17? Oh, in Yanni.
Unti say EBA phones be abrochia bagana. Uto phone na no wetua ne nkakra. Nia onya ya Ghana card. Omo circle America Mall. Hey, na se we di aduane na wie. Obi a me chacha asem a kire wo no. E na we di aduane ni nyine. Kona kojode.
With EBA phones, all you need is your Ghana card, a 40% initial payment, and you can take any iPhone of your choice while paying the balance over 3 months. We also offer a 4-month installment plan for students. Corporate organizations and companies can arrange iPhones for their employees through EBA phones, while government workers can conveniently acquire an iPhone and complete payment through approved salary deduction arrangements.
Oh,
Aka, never say.
Oh, dear mammy, Miss Wobaya, you miss out someone who wanna buy you. You no Ghana card. Oh, China moon or church name. Yeah, tell me for me the amount.
Make catch, sir.
GBA phones.
No hassle. Cry.
These are documents from the Ghana Scholarship Secretariat. All these. And if you see the rot, in this, you will be amazed. All these are scholarship documents that I received from the Ghana Scholarship. Look, I cringed reading these documents. I cringed. The rot that happened under the former registrar. This particular one is one woman gets, I don't want to mention names.
Okay.
I'll say princess.
Poor and needy people.
No, they are not. Name princess. She gets a scholarship. She goes with her children, 3 of them. Ajovi, Akosia, Asiye.
The children are also awarded scholarship?
No, they are paid to come and stay with the mother to study.
Why?
And the spouse, the husband.
Is that how it works?
That is how Kisila Jiman did it.
Is it legal?
I have no idea. And so this one, for instance, she has 3 children. She gets awarded a master's degree program. She gets paid for the master's program with stipends. Her husband gets paid to come and support the wife to study. Together with their 3 children. Together with
support us in how?
That's a baby. Is a baby also a scholarship student? That is the awardees children. That's the husband. That's another child. And I'll tell you, they pay their airfare. They pay
with taxpayers' money.
Yes. So for the 4, their visas, yellow fever card, ticket comes to about £90,000. And every month, the 3 children, the husband, everybody, each, not all of them, each gets £8,160 for supporting the mother to study. Do you think that is fair to the taxpayer of Ghana? And that is why NIB must move fast and make arrests and make people pay for this. People must refund. If you get a scholarship and you think that you are a wife and you are not ready to move away from your husband or your children, then stay in Ghana and study.
There are other universities.
Why should my taxes be paid to take care of you to come and read MBA in London?
When we have universities that can
come and read MBA. When you are coming, you bring your whole flock, including husband in tow. And the question I asked is, were the husbands not working? That they could move house and move to the UK to come and support their wives to study. No money share. And the husbands who also got it and came with their wives, the wives, what were they doing? So the children are moved out of school. 1 year, mother is coming to study. The whole family relocates.
These are minors.
And this is why the Scholarship Secretariat could not pay these debts. This is why they could not.
Because the monies was being channeled to other places.
It was being paid for airfare for whole family. Some of them had 4 children, some of them had 5 children, some of them had 3 children, plus spouse. Plus spouse.
All with Ghana taxpayers.
Yes. Plus spouse. So they were paying the tickets for them. They were paying them a monthly allowance for staying in the UK. All of them, the whole family. Because one person is coming to study MBA.
Well,
so Ghanaians, judge for yourself. Now I have to deal with this mess, and I have to be frank. I don't like coming to the media to discuss these issues, because I feel that we should do it behind the scenes. But the people that I'm dealing with,
I'm not giving you the chance.
No, they go to the media first.
Yeah.
Trying to create the impression that we are not cooperating. So I have to let the Ghanaian people know that whatever you are reading from the people who run to the media first, that is not the truth. This is the situation at hand we are dealing with. And it doesn't take a day to solve this. This thing is under investigation. So we will take our time to do it. But for now, any payment that is made, knowing what I know about PhD students who have completed, and are asking me for 40 months stipends with no intentions of going back. We will ensure that the law is enforced.
All right, you're watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. The show is also live on 94.1 FM. So joining us, representing the NDC, is Donko Fuseini, who is Deputy Director General of the National Service Authority. Good morning, sir. Thank you very much for joining the show.
Good morning, Mauro.
It's good to have you. It's your first time you're on the show, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. We're delighted. And Fifi especially is exceedingly delighted to have you join us. You know, as soon as I saw he was doing yeah. I don't know why.
I was once upon a time with him on Oman FM.
Oh, he used to be a regular, guest.
I think he was a producer or something.
Oh no,
he was the host. He was the host. Yeah,
at the time he was very powerful.
Yeah,
he was supporting the host, the production and hosting at the same time, because his standards are high.
Very.
So you have to ensure that the producers do a good job. So he's not just going to sit at home for somebody to produce just anything for him. You make sure that the right things are done. But anyway, one of these days I would ask him whether he would want to go back into media and actively.
Okay, I thought you were going to say Oman.
Oman
would be a big.
He tells me all the time that he's unemployed, so I'm sure that when some offers come, he'll look at it. Anyway, Sophie. So yes. you have described this whole Sedina Tamaklo thing as a movie, and because as far as you're concerned, the whole thing was planned, and it's been planned. It has been planned very well, and everything has gone according to how the planners intended it to be. And I asked that if it has to be planned, then it has to be planned by the Attorney General's Department and the Judiciary. But then we have also been told, at least in the 8 years of the Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo administration, of which, of course, you were a key member, that the courts...
I was just a floor member.
Okay, floor member. That the courts are independent, so if anybody has an issue, go to court. In fact, there was this whole mantra about go to court, go to court, go to court. Since when did our courts become a place that somebody can manipulate and have his way? And have his way. I mean, have things done the way they expect it to. Since when?
Okay. Before I get to this issue, let me deal with something very small.
All right.
I think that your show advertised that
Nana Ajantwa
was going to be on the show.
Yes.
She's not here, and I'm happy to see my friend Fuseini Donko coming in her place. I was looking forward to meeting Nanaya this morning because I really wanted to tell her or ask her to apologize for some very unfortunate comments she's made following what happened during the demonstration by the New Patriotic Party. The minority leader questioned why it was only her coming to receive a petition from them. And she rather interpreted that to mean that she is what she said, something very demeaning which was not what the minority leader has said, only for her to go on radio to say that she comes from a good home, she is a daughter of a former minister, a Cambridge-trained lawyer.
You know, Fifi, let me. Sorry. So with all due respect to you, you know, I won't allow anybody to say something about you when you're not here.
Yeah. This is public knowledge.
No.
We are talking about Sedina. She's not here.
No, I cannot understand. No,
is she here?
No, because her news. We're discussing.
Yeah, but what Anaya said is news.
No, wait, relax. We are reviewing the papers.
Yeah.
And the papers we're reviewing is about.
I was going to land. Don't worry.
I'm sorry. I'm just saying that you had something you wanted to say.
Definitely.
But that is premised on Anaya's presence here, or contingent on Anaya's presence.
She's advertised to be here.
I know. But once she's not here, it would have been okay for you to say, look, it's unfortunate Anaya is not here, but has something to say. But since she's not here, let's move on.
I'm going to move on. I'm going to move on. But
because if she calls us and says, but why did you allow Fifi to say all those things?
Moro, you know my relationship with Anaya.
I know. You guys are very close.
Yeah, I have nothing against her, but I think that she went overboard.
That's fine.
She went overboard.
Let's come back home. Let's come
back home. Creating an impression as though if you sell yogurt, then you are less of a human being. Somebody complaining that just asking that, oh, I thought you were going to be here with other people. Yes. You felt disrespected. But you go and sit on radio to say that, oh, they own tongue yogurt for quite as if people who sell yogurt, they are not human beings. Hey, okay. So now the NDC government see people who sell yogurt as less human beings.
Let's move on.
If your father did not go to Cambridge, it means you are less of a human being.
She's not NDC. She's CPP. Serving in an NDC government. Small screen. Yeah, Samuel. All right. Please, let's move on.
Okay. Yes. You asked the question as to whether we don't...
Yes, why? You don't trust the courts?
Trust the courts. Okay. So the courts don't act in isolation.
Okay.
The courts. The judicial system in this country is the adversarial type.
Yes.
I come tell my side of the story, and then Fuseni will come and tell his side of the story.
Right.
And it's the duty of the judge to weigh the issues, look at the law, and pass a judgment based on that. So the judge would only act on the evidence before the judge. In the Sedina retrial matter, or the Court of Appeal ruling, there was something very instructive that was said by the judge, and I wish to read that and then proceed. This is the judge. We wish to bring to the attention... Okay, no, in fact, this is the Attorney General. Yeah, Attorney General. A member of the NDC.
We in Dominica.
Yeah, this is the Attorney General, representative. We wish to bring to the attention of the Honorable Court that the record of appeal before the court is not complete. We wish to bring to the attention of the Honorable Court that the record of appeal before the court is not complete. We state that all exhibits tendered by the prosecution during the trial does not form part of the record. The only document found as part of the record are some of the documents which formed part of the disclosure done by the prosecution. Be it as it may, we have had to proceed our submission relying on notes made by the prosecution. During the appeal process, the court they don't start the case afresh by calling evidence, by cross-examining and read that. It's a review of what transpired at the High Court. The Attorney General says the evidence that were produced, the documents which formed the basis of the ruling by the High Court, were incomplete, meaning the Court of Appeal was taking a decision on limited information available to the Court of Appeal. Whose duty was it to ensure that the Court of Appeal had a full record before him before them in taking decision. They did not have a full record before them. So what ruling were you expecting if you are relying on what has been presented to the High Court to take a decision and what you have before you is not complete?
So whose fault was it?
The court was supposed to do that. But you see, the Attorney General was representing the interest of Ghana.
I understand you, but I'm saying that this was a case that was inherited by the Attorney General. So whose fault was it? That the information which was brought before the courts was inadequate or not complete, as the Attorney General said. Whose fault was it?
Moro, if I hire you as my lawyer, you go to court, and you know very well that the transmission of the information from the High Court to the Court of Appeal is insufficient. Working in my interest, is it not your duty to ensure that you have the full record, because that will form the basis of the ruling? You don't get that done. You only, during your final submission, say that I have incomplete documents, and that is what the court was going to rely on.
Because
of the movie.
Because
of the movie.
Yeah, because Fifi, as you do know, when it comes to appeal cases, and please bear with me if I get this wrong, because I've heard some lawyers say that, and if it's not true, but if you're free to send me a message to let me know that what I'm saying is not true. I'm not a lawyer, I'm just a layman. But what I've heard some of the lawyers say, that typically when it comes to appeal cases, as you rightly said, you're not going to start from fresh, we're not going to start from the ground. These are what happened at the High Court is what is going to be reviewed at the appeals court. So, based on the statement you made earlier about the insufficiency or the inadequacy of the foundational documents, which is the charge sheet.
No, not the charge sheet, but the evidence.
The evidence, sorry.
The evidence that was adduced to get the conviction.
Good. I'm saying that if indeed they were incomplete, you know that the Attorney General had actually attempted to get the courts to rectify that. But the court said,
he actually rectified it.
They rectified
yes.
it. Okay, good.
He was given permission to rectify
that.
Yes.
But even after the rectification, the court still went ahead to say that the matter was so and so and decided for and on behalf of Sedina Tamaklo. So it wasn't a case of, even though I inherited an incomplete, how do you call it, a set of evidence, I did nothing about it. Do you get the point I'm trying to make?
So the point, let me go back to the first question you asked, as to whether or not we believe in the court or not.
Okay.
This is not an attack on the judiciary.
Okay.
This is raising an issue on how the matter was conducted in court. And to say that we did not get a fair or a good representation, which will ensure that justice will be served at their Court of Appeal.
Okay.
And bear in mind, criticizing a ruling is not an attack on the judiciary. Very far from that. Of course, the Attorney General shares the position we hold that the court was wrong in coming to the conclusion that Sedina, sorry, I like the correction you made.
Sedina.
I had always said Sedina. I didn't know.
Sedina.
The Attorney General shares our position that the Court of Appeal justices were wrong. Rather, they should have upheld the decision of the High Court. So is the Attorney General also attacking the judiciary?
Okay.
He is not.
So be that as it may, he says he's filed an appeal at the Supreme Court.
Do you want me to be another prophet?
You should be happy about it.
Do you want me to be another prophet? Nkusiaga.
Okay. All right. Let me bring in Fuseni here. Fuseni hasn't said anything yet. So let me bring
Nkusiaga. They'll start saying,
Fuseni.
Yeah.
Somehow. Before you touch on the substantive issue, so today, Mike Dokosi's Daily Post is reporting that your outfit, the National Service Authority, you've released on 121,754 PIN codes for 2026-2027 National Service year. What's this?
Yeah, so this year, good morning to your cherished viewers. And let me apologize on behalf of my sister. In fact, she was taking on an emergency, and let's try and forgive her. It's not deliberate. Moro, every service year, we actually release the PIN codes for service personnel to actually use that PIN code. So that is like their password to use to enter our system to be able to register and get their NSS unique numbers. So we take class lists from all tertiary institutions that are accredited, let me emphasize that are accredited by GTEC to conduct national service. We take their class list. This time around, national service doesn't upload the class list because of what happened. The schools are allowed to rather upload the class list into our system with their letterheads.
So that's a departure from what used to be.
Yes, yes. So what we have now is all the tertiary schools that are accredited by GTEC releasing their class list of graduates that have completed the 2026-2027 academic year for national service.
Okay.
So we received 141,000 names as potential service personnel.
Okay.
But then the system has to now screen you. Now we have a new system that goes through a very rigorous security checks. So the system will screen you. Then after the screening, we prune the number down. So the screening usually does, what it usually does is, when we take the 141 name, we don't just create the numbers for them. First of all, our system will take it through biometric verification. So during the verification, if there is any duplication, the system itself will delete you or put you on the investigation list. So after the running through our security system, the number was pruned down to 121,000.
Okay.
Yeah, so as we speak now, the Director General has released the 121,000 PIN codes. The 21,000 people who were flagged, further investigations will be done. Then after that, there's another 980,000 people, 980 people who were also not promoted. So if I say not promoted, somebody did like, how do we call it, diploma, and want to do a top up to get the, how do we call it, the degree, so that it comes to do the
national service.
So between the diploma, where you can also do your service, and then between the degree, which you can also qualify you to do the service, there is no actual link that this person is actually doing the degree as he actually said.
Okay.
Yeah, so those ones too are also being investigated. They are just 980. So we will now have to sit down with the school and say, did this person actually apply to this school to do the degree? So the first 21,000 people, some of them did their national service with a diploma, and still, because of the top up, they still feel they can do it again.
Okay.
Are
people allowed to do national service twice?
No. That is what because once you do it once, you are in our system.
Oh, okay.
In our system.
And I'm sure some of them want to do it twice because of the law.
Yeah, so the system will quickly flag you.
Okay.
And then there are some too who defaulted last year. And then want to now join the school again to come.
You don't allow that?
No, the school will reject you.
Really?
Because you have to now apply as a private candidate.
Oh, but if you have to apply as a private candidate.
So they were the ones whose PIN we released earlier.
Oh, okay.
Which will be expiring on Friday.
Okay.
So those are the private candidates and defaulters.
Oh, okay.
So those ones.
But is there a penalty for persons who decide not to do their national service even though they are supposed to do it? So like you said, you default in doing your national service.
Yeah, there are penalties because then it means you cannot even work in Ghana.
Okay, so I'm saying that when I say a penalty, I say, can you... So you can be allowed to do your national service, except that you have to go through the private route.
Yes.
And if you have to go through the private route, is there any? I mean, what does going through the private route entail?
What it means is that you are not captured in the school list.
Okay.
You can do it privately. You can even ask us to post it to your own workplace.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That is also allowed.
But that's better.
Yes.
Yeah, so I won't go through government.
That is it. So if you
the private
default,
one, you won't be paid any allowance.
If you
go through the private route.
Yeah, no, you're not going to be paid allowance.
Okay.
But if you are also posted to a government agency and you are not working, you still have to be paid the allowance.
Yes. If you
didn't attend school in Ghana,
yes,
then you don't qualify for
national service.
No, you can do it as private, but you can't go through the public schools.
Okay, because you do school in Ghana.
Yes.
Okay, so Chiefs, please try and wrap up on this. So are you done with the information?
Yeah. So those are the only issues that we are dealing with now. The 21,000 that have been flagged, and then the 980 that were not promoted, who were also flagged.
Okay.
So by we've given them a 2 weeks deadline to actually pick their pins. So once we do that, those who qualified will be reinstated.
Are the allowances being paid on time?
We are doing our best to make that happen.
How many months are standing now? 2, 3?
Yeah, I think 2 months.
About 2 months, okay.
Yes.
All right. And
I'm sure we should be able to clear one very soon.
Very soon, yeah. Okay.
Actually, tomorrow, sorry.
Has there been any review? Is it still 700?
Yeah, I think, I'm sure by next year's budget, we should be able to get an upward adjustment.
But tomorrow, just 1 minute, and then I'll allow my brother to proceed. I think that we are honestly not being fair to these young people. And this is not government specific. You ask a young man or a young woman to work for 11 months, and these young persons are earning 750. Really, how do you expect them to deliver? 750.
50.
What is 50? What is the transport cost from where they live and the office? Just transport.
I mean, let's get real.
Sometimes, so for example, I come from Takwa. You post me to an office in Accra. My parents are not here for me to benefit from living with my parents.
I have to find my own
accommodation. I have to find a home accommodation.
And finish it.
You are even going far.
After finish, I have to get
doesn't get in the math.
How? You know, it's
750. I think we should be fair.
Moro, I think at least when we came, that was the first thing we started tackling with. We've been to the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission. We've justified ourselves. They've accepted our justification. Moro, I can also tell you on authority, the president has accepted our justification. So we are just waiting for the budget to capture it. And then at least we proposed 1,002. We're pushing for that.
Transport 1,002. What 1,002 be able to?
At least it's a step.
Let's get on. Let's get on. From 750, I agree with you.
Yeah, we should treat them well.
I agree with you. But if you look at the quantum leap, it's commendable.
No, you know my position. This whole idea of national service, if we are not ready, then we should not make it compulsory. Because you are making it compulsory to punish the young people. If the person is after school.
So you should make it voluntary?
Yes. If the person is ready to do the national service, that's fine. Because you don't also take the children through that. Asking somebody to go to work and pay the service.
I think there's a conversation.
It's a punishment.
There. What do you think?
We should
there's a
deal with
conversation
it.
There.
Moro, the best thing is let's start from working on the allowances.
Yeah, but government has constraints. So I'm saying that because NDC and PP, all of you come and there's one challenge: financial constraints.
Well,
so there's a bigger
looking at the issue of what the students are taking through during the national service. You see, most people also don't see the aspect where national service becomes practical service.
I get
it's a working experience to transition them into the job market.
So why don't you give people the opportunity to determine whether they need that practice or not?
Yeah, like you see, government subsidizes tuition for almost
so you have
all
to give
the,
back.
Yes,
you have to give back. To
and
the training they tell you.
If you allow me to help me.
Majority, about 80% of them, when they go to the office, you know what they do? They go and buy gobe for their seniors at the office.
That is what you think, but
we don't only post. I've not worked in government in Ghana before.
So for
us, but the national service people came there. You put them to work.
No, those things are changing now. The reality is that most of them, they just
maybe
go and sit in the
that's
office.
What you do. But now, what we are doing is
they are watching us.
We make it.
Let us be real. They are watching us.
No, listen, I wouldn't come and lie for any reason.
So
what we do now is a subject specific.
We are not treating the young people well.
I even wonder.
Yes. I'm listening to you, boss.
What we do now is different from what they were doing.
Okay.
Now it is subject specific.
How? How do you mean?
So, for example, we don't post technical or engineering students to places like Parliament and the rest anymore.
Okay.
Now it's strict.
So you send them to say Toyota Ghana.
If you do mechanical engineering, Toyota Ghana has vacancies. We would prefer to rather send you there than send you to Parliament.
So
that is what we are trying to achieve now. Places where they can put the
knowledge and their skills to use.
More practical use. And now we are even trying to cut down a lot on the government agencies. Very soon, some of the big ministries will even be blacklisted.
Really?
Oh, yes. Some of the agencies that did not treat our personnel well.
Because they go and waste time. They don't do anything.
So, when the list comes out, you see that some agencies and some powerful ministries will be blacklisted.
Wow.
Yes, for mistreating service personnel.
How do you even monitor to see what the
we monitor every day.
Okay, all right. That's a very important conversation. But let's post. You know, we have only 30 minutes.
No, sure. I'm only telling him something. He's my friend, so this is useful information for him.
Okay.
You shouldn't post the 10 people to the A-list.
That's what you were doing. That's what you see,
they will sack you.
That's what they
will agitate for you to be sacked.
You don't do that.
What is his name? Is that not the reason why they took JMV out of national service? They took him out because the party people were complaining that it was not taking them to their platform.
Let me try and deal with the issue.
Let's move on.
This Sedinam issue about the MPP.
My friend.
So the whole matter is this, that the AG has filed a fresh stay of execution. Someone just drew my attention to this, that they filed a fresh stay of execution at the Apex Court, which is the Supreme Court. You know, they had said they have withdrawn and there wasn't any such thing. But somebody has just drawn my attention to this, and that against the acquittal and discharge of against the acquittal and discharge of Sedina.
Yeah.
Now, we're told the move at the Supreme Court comes after the office reportedly withdrew its application at the Court of Appeal. So they've only withdrawn from the Court of Appeal, but they filed it at the Supreme Court. Yes, so please go ahead.
Yeah, so two things were happening. There was a stay of execution.
And then appeal process.
Yeah. So he's just withdrawing from the appeals court and dealing with the Supreme Court's own. So at times when the brothers present the issue, if you're not careful, you'll be misled. One, who started this whole Sedinam issue? Was it not the MPP?
Right.
The appeals court mostly deals with evidence adduced by both the prosecution and then the accused. This time around, he has the benefit of at least 3 justices going through the evidence as presented in court.
Right.
Unfortunately, they may not have the body language and the chemistry of the accused and then maybe that of the witnesses. But at least they will look through all the witnesses' statement and everything. And these 3 justices studied all the evidence presented by the former AG and his team, Godfrey Dame. And all their conclusion was that most of the evidence adduced by Godfrey Dame then were poorly done. So let's not try and create the impression. I heard some of their lawyers say, oh, the conclusion was based on a defective charge. No, it wasn't a defective charge. They were not able to substantiate their charges. Moro, let me give you 2 classical examples. The charge of willfully causing financial loss to the state. Is it an act or is a process? Because if you say I willfully cause financial loss to the state, it means I entered the state into a transaction, committed the state into that transaction, the transaction was carried out, and after the transaction, there was a loss.
Right.
But herein lies the case. Sedinam started a process of contracting vehicles for the GPRTU at the cost of, I think, 84 million.
Mm-hmm.
The end is MPP takes over. The new Maslock boss comes, looks at the contract and says, no, this is too expensive. Hold on. So the process of commitment was altered.
Yeah.
Then a new price was negotiated by the then finance minister. So the moment you renegotiate, it means that former contract is gone. And then you decided to pay the new price. Sedinam did not even commit the country to that payment.
Okay, so it's an interesting point you've raised. And if this matter came up some time back, Richard Ahiawa was here, the Director of Communications, and I raised this issue, whether when you commit a state to a certain contract is the same as actually executing the payment for the contract. His argument was that if the NDC had won the 2016 election, Maslock would have paid.
So is she being charged on willfully trying to, or potentially trying to, or the law is willfully causing financial loss to the state?
The same question, and he said no.
No, you don't charge on presumption.
So he says once there was a commitment, it means that she would have.
The commitment ended when the contract was renegotiated.
Right.
The moment that the new person came and said, listen, we are renegotiating this, and then the person buying did not say, I am going to court for, judgment debt, and accepted to also renegotiate, it means the person has re-entered a new contract.
Right.
So the old contract is gone. So if you go and present this to the appeal court justices, you expect them to accept what you did in a rush and also convict somebody on this. Then there was another weird one. Conspiracy to steal and stealing with Obatampa. That's there was records of Maslock transferring 500,000 to Obatampa Microfinance. Then Obatampa Microfinance now comes as a witness to say, yes, I took the money, but I paid the money back to Sedinam. Okay.
At Bachona.
I'm coming there. Okay. Where is the evidence of payment? We were able to track the money all the way from Maslock to Obatampa. There was paper trail there, everything. But when the money was leaving a microfinancial institution to go back and pay, there was no paper trail. What is the evidence of payment? He said, oh, I put the money in Ghana Must Go and went and handed it over to her. Is that how a microfinance operates? Is there anything that shows that the woman received the money?
Yes.
He said, oh, there was a text message. Where is the text message? Oh, it's gone. And you expect justices to listen to this and accept. Because according to the the appeals court judge, they asked the person that show the evidence that the woman collected the money. He said there was no evidence. So if there was no evidence, you paid the money in 2014. In 2015, the same institution was still asking you to pay. And so when they asked you to pay, I said, how do you pay something in 2014 and in 2015 you are still being asked to pay interest on the money you took in 2014? And so I reminded her that the money I gave you, your people are still chasing me for it too. And she replied, I'll fix it. Okay, where is the evidence of that WhatsApp message? That one too, the witness couldn't produce it.
So
the receipt. So what did she actually steal?
The receipt, which was a photocopy of the monies which he claimed, or Batampa claimed he had returned to Sedina. Why did the court say? Why did the Attorney General say that the duplicate was not evidential enough?
And the woman, the woman says, I doubt that signature on that particular
So I'm talking about it's Sedina's lawyer, not
yes.
the yes. Sedina.
The woman denied that she cannot authenticate that thing as her.
But she said the signature looks like hers, except that she cannot authenticate whether it did.
Moro,
she said.
What I'm saying is that if an institution gives you money, do you give the money back to a person or you give it to the institution?
You give it to the institution. I agree with you.
So how can a microfinance or organization say an institution gave me money? A person comes demanding, and I decided to pay the money to the person rather than the institution.
Now, does the fact that they didn't go through the right process? Yes, I agree, because it ought to be administratively official, which is because Maslock paid into an account.
Yes.
So if you're returning it, you return to a Maslock.
Maslock.
I agree. Okay. Now, if indeed, and I'm because you and I were not there.
Yeah.
Right? If indeed it was the case that Sedina asked them through that WhatsApp chat, and I'm not saying it is true, I'm just conjecture, asked them to meet her at Bachuna.
Sure.
To bring the money back to her. If they're saying that the interest rate is high, 24% is too high, they don't want. Okay. Are you saying that because they didn't send the money to her back into the account of Maslock, automatically mean that it is not possible that there was some meeting somewhere where the money was given to Sedina?
Moro, we are talking about criminal charges.
I agree with you.
Not civil charges.
I agree with you. Which is
must be proven beyond all reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
So if an institution gives you money, what the justices expect is that you pay back to that institution.
No, there is sorry for saying it. The reason why I'm asking this question because you said you think it is highly implausible for Batampa to have
if it's a person to person, I can understand.
Yes.
But I said I'm giving you money. You say you have not given me the money. That's a different thing.
Yes.
But I'm talking about institutions dealing with each other.
Yes.
The money moved from Maslock all the way to Obatampa can be traced. But when the money left Obatampa to Maslock, it cannot be traced. It can only be traced to a person in Maslock.
Yes. I agree with you, there is no evidence.
And aside that, you see, when justices are dealing with issue, they deal with everything holistically. This is the same Attorney General who in the ambulance case was coaching Japa and accused to go and twist witnesses against another accused person so that he can get the chance to imprison that person. So what makes you think that, Sedinam is in trouble? Obatampa, if you're able to give me this kind of witness statement, we can get the chance to nail her. So go this particular route. And the guy too, excuse me to say, did not also think through that this particular route I'm taking is criminally minded. Because who in his right senses will believe that an institution gives you money, pay back the money to that institution, you say, no, I decided to go and give the money without any paper trail to the person in charge of the institution. And we expected this particular thing to hold before the justices.
Yeah.
If Godfrey Dami expected it to hold, well, I'm not sure the justices within their right frame of mind will allow this to go through. So, Moro, almost all the charges preferred against the woman were flawed.
Okay.
It was rushed.
There was something Fifi Boafo read. Fifi, I don't know whether you can. I wish you could give it to Bright for Bright to put it on the screen. There was something read about what Dominic Ayene said. You know, and in fact, that is what formed his basis to say that once the evidence was not sufficient enough, as we're being told.
That is why I'm saying that particular aspect was even amended.
Yes.
So the appeals court allowed the Attorney General to amend it.
When was that?
Yes, he did the rectification. Yes, it was rectified. In 2026, it was rectified.
Dominic,
this was his final submission, and he said it was rectified. At what point?
There was at no point. The inconclusive documents that they were talking about, the inconclusive evidence and code that he was talking about, all those things were taken care of. In fact, there was an appeal made to amend those particular things. And the appeals court allowed it because the appeal court will normally go through all documents. So it's even in their own interest to get the full picture.
Okay.
That is why they allowed it. And everything was presented. You see, unless we want to be emotional about this particular case, if we are actually dealing with the law that MPP actually proposes for us to always deal with the law, I don't see the qualms about this.
Right.
And if you are saying that the Attorney General was deliberately doing this, this was a judgment from the appeals court justices. 3 of them, 2 of them even appointed by Nana Addo himself. So, is it that the Attorney General was actually in, how do you call it, in collaboration with the justices decided to do this? Why are we refusing to read the actual judgment?
Right.
But decide to speak emotions rather than law?
Right. Okay.
And so we are just casting innuendos, we are just casting hypotheses. Why couldn't it be done this way? But the thing is in front of all of us, black and white. You see, we may not be lawyers, but one thing I keep saying is that wherever the lawyers quote, after quoting the articles, the rest becomes English. And by God's grace, we all did grammar and comprehension. So we can actually understand.
Right.
So please, Goro, for me, it's just a matter of let's try and put political spin on this and make it a political capital. Okay. Otherwise, there is nothing wrong with this judgment. We are just not being fair to the woman.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so somebody has sent me this, and the person has added the document. When the Attorney General's Department raised an objection relating to the full records of appeal, it filed an application to rectify the records. That is to say, to ensure whatever process or exhibit or document not included in the records are included. The Court of Appeals granted the application and the record was subsequently rectified. That was even before Senator Tamaklo had been extradited to Ghana. And it says fine proceedings of that day and the ruling of the court below. It is totally false that some exhibits were missing from the record the Court of Appeal considered in arriving at the decision. Okay. And the person sends me this.
Okay, but Moro, a quick one on that.
Yes.
So, even before Sedina was extradited, he says,
okay,
wait a minute. Was the court hearing Sedina's appeal case before extradition?
But the case was ongoing.
Ongoing where?
She was coming for trial. Because she was pronounced guilty in her absence.
Yes.
I'm coming. She was pronounced guilty in her absence.
Yes.
And her lawyers have started an appeal process, which the Attorney General was objecting.
Right.
So when she was
you mean, and at the time was Godfrey Dami?
Yes.
But I thought Godfrey...
They did the appeal process even during Godfrey Dami's time. That is why they started.
Which one did Godfrey say he wasn't even aware?
It's the same matter.
So Godfrey wasn't aware of that.
Yes, it was done. The AG
Godfrey, right?
Yeah,
he didn't know anything about that.
He was pretending he didn't know. He said, "Oh, it didn't come to his attention." It's different from I didn't know.
No.
You mean the fact that it didn't come to his attention does not mean it wasn't happening?
Don't mind him. How was done by the AG's department.
How was it happening?
Oh, come on.
The Attorney General sanctions every case before the matter.
My brother, go and check. The fact shows that it happened, and he was saying that, he as Godfrey Dami wasn't aware.
Yeah, I said he's not aware.
Because it was the AG department that opposed it.
Okay, all right, please go ahead.
Yes. He says some things which I need to correct.
Yes.
And he's not the first person to say that, there are 3 justices of the Court of Appeal. There are 3 justices at the Court of Appeal. Suggesting as though if there are 3 justices at the Court of Appeal, whatever they say is final. No, that's a Court of Appeal.
Okay.
There is a Supreme Court. It therefore means that if there are 3 justices of the Court of Appeal, whatever they say is final. It is not. They could be wrong. So stop making reference to 3 justices. We have said in this country where 7 justices are the most superior court, the Supreme Court, and you call them names. So now, referring to 3 justices at the Court of Appeal as though that is a Bible or that is a Quran, that is not the case. He talked about the fact that, there was no evidence of payment from Abatamba. That is not the case. Indeed, at the High Court, the people adduced evidence to the effect that, yes, we took the money. When we were supposed to pay the money, the woman asked us to meet her as Pentex Robachona and give the money to her. When the people were being chased to pay the money, what did they say? They went to her, madam, the money, we've given the money to you. Your people are asking for money. the man, they went to her office and she actually gave her a personal receipt acknowledging that yes, I've taken the money from you.
But she's saying
when the matter went to the High Court.
But she's denied that.
No. She's not denying. She said she's not sure. Don't you know your signature?
No, but that receipt you're talking about is a duplicate. we don't know what the
wasn't even the original.
So the fact that it's a duplicate doesn't make take away something from the fact that it's a
well, the courts won't accept a duplicate without original.
The court accepted it. The High Court accepted it.
That is why the court dealt with it.
No, wait a minute. She did not object to it. She did not.
She said she can't authenticate the signature.
Wait a minute.
So
if it is not your signature, you say that is not my signature. You don't say
Fifi, sorry about this. But if you bring a document to court and it's not the original, you bring a duplicate. Doesn't the responsibility lie on the prosecution to produce the original?
Wait a minute. The person, it is not the prosecution that issued the receipt or received the receipt.
Right.
The receipt was given to Obatampa. Obatampa was asked, do you have receipt of payment? And said, well, I have this duplicate of the receipt she gave us. The woman was asked, and then she was talking about whether she's not sure if that was her receipt or not. More, what it means is that the woman received the money. Yes, you can say that she did not. Oh, please, but do not say. No, wait a minute. Do not say that the woman. There was no evidence, or there's nothing to show that the woman indeed called the people for receipt of that money.
What was the evidence?
Wait a minute.
They couldn't produce it.
You also sat here and said that there was a coaching. Where? Are these evidence to show that indeed Obatampa was coached to go to court and say that there was no such evidence?
No, I'm just saying.
So
the character of Godfrey Dami in the Japan case,
if we are talking about character,
the same thing he was doing.
Allow, I heard you. If we are talking about character, at least we know one person who has demonstrated it beyond reasonable doubt, and it's the Attorney General of the Republic of Ghana.
Any witness.
This is the Attorney General who has acted.
Person to go and lie on oath. He has not done that.
We are not doing a shouting match.
No, you started it when I was talking. You were coming in.
No. Allow me.
No. So don't make it
look as if I'm the Attorney General who every NDC person accused. He has ensured that person is freed.
He has not coached any witness.
He has ensured that person is freed.
He has not done that.
Can you trust that Attorney General? What would he do differently in the case of Sedina?
He's not even under.
She has done it
by the legal counsel.
Demonstrably for everybody to see that for him, he does not believe that any NDC person must go to jail. So why would you expect anything different from her?
Okay. All right, let's move on. Well, the good thing is that the Attorney General says he's appealing against it. And he's also
for me, one thing is clear to me. This Attorney General in Dr. Dominic Ayene is not under investigation by the General Legal Counsel. There's not been any prima facie case formed against him for coaching a prosecution, an accused person to go and lie under oath. No, he's not done that. So for me,
you've been saying this repeatedly.
That must be put on record.
Okay.
Because if I hurried somebody through a criminal trial, just to be able to get my way to jail and say I have jailed an NDC person, and the appeal court points out the defectiveness of my charges that the charges that are preferred against the person, and it comes out that I did a poor job. I was just trying to maneuver to jail somebody rather than taking the person through proper justice. That is no law.
All right. Let's not reduce this to the two Attorney Generals. They are not here to defend themselves. So let's do this. So Martin AC, who is the former Chief Executive Officer of the Minerals Commission, he's waded into this conversation. I started a conversation with Fifi Boafo about what appears to be the preponderance of people, going to law school. Everybody gets up and they want to go to law school. I'm wondering what's happening. And he said, well, law is good. If you read the law, you do a good job, you work hard, you can make money. There's also some prestige that comes with it. Ghana needs a lot of lawyers. So he justified it and said there's nothing wrong with it. And so Martin Isi has waded into it. He says, look, Moro, good morning to you guys. You need lawyers everywhere. Any serious public institution needs lawyers. All the commissions have lawyers, etc. The next stage or level is for the lawyers to scale up and develop specialized knowledge needed for the economy.
That's what I wanted to even say.
That's true. And it says that mining law, intellectual property law, insurance law, criminal law, environmental law, oil and gas law, tax law, etc. So we are needed everywhere and every corner. I totally agree with you.
You know, actually,
because a lot of people have become jack of all trades.
I even after the LLB decided to do masters in natural resource law.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Legon.
Yeah, Legon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the Professor Tuguba thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So, Commander Sapon, yeah, the good old man. He says, "More good morning. There is no doubt that Maslow gave 500,000 cedis to the bank." Yes. There is no, well, so it's actually not, I don't know, Obatampa, is Obatampa Rural Bank, eh?
No, it's microfinance.
It's a microfinance, yeah. So it's not a bank, yeah, to the microfinance, yeah. To the bank. There is no doubt that 500,000 left the bank. The bank was not charged. Sedina has been freed. The question is, where is the 500,000? Answer, lost in transit. Effect, you and I will lose a brother from snake bite because there's no money to buy the snake serum. This is Ghana for you. And he's asking a very important question. In all of this, where's the money? Where's the money? We still don't know where the money is. Whether it's still with Obatampa or it's with somebody else. Alaji Hamza from PayFarm says this, that more this issue of insufficient evidence put before the court was later raised and it was ratified. Also, it was rectified, sorry. So no one should throw dust into our face. In any case, who is this to be blamed? And in my humble opinion, the former AG and his team must be held responsible and not the judges. I will urge Fifi to read the report and see that Honorable Sika, the former Maslock boss, said during the cross-examination. You'll be shocked. Moro, why don't you tell Fifi that he got it all wrong and he must accept it and let's move on? This is the problem I have with them. The verdict from the appeals court was unanimous. What about that? And this one here from Mumuni Awudu, is also called Kalio Man from Y. Says, good morning, bro. Please ask Fifi how many of their own did Godfrey Dami try when he was the AG? Why do you think the AG would leave the former appointee who committed their crimes first and then prosecute the new appointees? Kalio Man from Y sent that message. Mark Kojo Boafo, this man, oh God, he started watching this show from day one and he's always glued, very loyal to Good Morning, and he's based in the United States. You know, very, 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 very knowledgeable man. Honestly, he says, "Look, good morning, guys. In simple language, you commit this crime when 1, you are holding public office or doing business with the state, and 2, you act willfully, maliciously, or fraudulently, meaning you knew what you were doing was wrong. It was not an honest mistake. The courts have said if the loss was not willful, no crime has been committed under this section. And because of the act, Ghana loses money or property. Public body is very wide. It includes the state itself, government of Ghana, billboards, public boards, corporate, public institutions, and any company where the state has interest. And it continues to say that causing financial loss to the state is a criminal offense under Section 179A of the Criminal Offences Act 1960, Act 29. The law says that any person who by a willful act or commission or omission causes loss, damage or injury to the property of anybody, of any public body or any agency of the state commits an offense. Any person who in the course of any transaction or business with a public body or any agency of the state intentionally causes damage or loss, whether economic or otherwise, to the body or agency commits an offense. And also any person through whose willful, malicious or fraudulent action or omission the state incurs a financial loss, B, the security of the state is endangered, commits an offense. And when you look at all of this, certainly that doesn't fall in this category. And so that's where I guess that's what Mr. Makojo Poafu is trying to say. Hardy in Payfarm says, good morning, brother. Fifi should know that lies and propaganda is no more working in Ghana's politics. After your party renegotiated the contract downwards, your finance minister went ahead to do the payment, but still chose a wrongful part to prosecute Sedina. Look at the reckless thing Godfrey Dami is saying on the judgment. Godfrey Dami was just blah, blah, blah on his job as AG. All he does is to negotiate judgment. You don't know about that, please. Let's be careful. If you are asked to go to court to go and prove whether the man is, so please. We sincerely apologize for saying that, and we issue a big caveat on that. We beg you. This one, we can't go to God to go and substantiate. I beg you. We don't have any evidence that he does that. I beg you. Now, he says that, good morning to Mr. Ibrahim, and good morning to the good people of Chereponi. Alhaji Hadi, you want to put me into trouble? Hey, I beg you. Now, this one here says that, all right, okay, so the rest of the, okay, so Guy G, I've seen your I've seen your article, and I think that it's a clarion call to your party. It says the NPP must unite now. Factionalism will kill us if we don't kill it. And it's a very interesting article. Perhaps if you go to today's Daily Statesman, if you go online, you would see that interesting story. But whilst at it, let me just remind you that the National Youth Authority's event is ongoing. It started on the 1st of August, where they're inviting all young people across Ghana to be part of the National Youth Month 2026. It's happening from 1st to the 30th of August. It's on the theme, Rebuilding Values and Inspiring Patriotism, Empowering the Youth in the Digital Age. The celebration kicked off on Saturday, 1st August, with the National Voluntary and Community Service Day. This will be followed by youth engagement with Christian and Muslim religious leaders on the 6th and 7th of August. And then from 10th to the 13th of August, the National Youth Conference will take place at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, bringing together young leaders and stakeholders from across the country. And then from 16th to the 19th of August, young people will make their voices heard at National Youth Parliament. The excitement continues on 21st August with an inter-agency football gala at the Accra Sports Stadium, followed by the intergenerational dialogue on 25th of August. With the Red Meat Stop campaign in the Independence Square. Young people are encouraged to register to attend, volunteer, exhibit their products and services, or sign up as media partners through the official National Youth Month registration portal. This August, volunteer, learn, lead, and serve. National Youth Authority facilitating youth development. Also, the Clean Conference is happening. Metro TV and the original TV or F and FM, all belonging to the Ignite Media Group. We're bringing the Clean Conference on the 21st of August 2026. The theme is assessing Ghana's progress towards UN SDGs Agenda 2030, SDG 6, clean water and sanitation, and also SDG 7, clean energy, and SDG 12, responsible consumption and production. And this is happening under the auspices of Ghana's Chief of Staff, and the Office of the Chief of Staff, that's what I should be saying, which is, of course, led by Dr. Julius Deborah. And so it's 21st of August 2026 at the CD Conference Hall, University of Ghana. Now, the following day, there will be a massive cleanup exercise, and the Chief of Staff will be leading that, which is 22nd of August 2026. So there will be traditional authorities, industry players, academia, civil society, young people, all of them will be there to participate in this very, very important, all-important event. And then I guess that we're done for the day. But before I go, let me just remind you that please discover MNC Group Global. They are your #1 partner in minerals and food commodity trading, real estate development, general logistics, procurement management consultants, investment advisory, import and exports. They have headquarters in East Legon, Accra, Ghana. They also have group offices in places like Dubai. They are in Hong Kong. They are in Guangzhou in China. They are in Johannesburg in South Africa, Virginia, USA, Arizona in Italy, and also Hanover in Germany. So essentially what they do is that they connect markets that will help you drive your business growth with tailor-made solutions that will meet your needs. So trust us to maximize your value in every deal. So reach us on MNC Group at mncgroup.com or call 0302-998-246, 998-246. You know that on Thursdays we end the show at 9:30 to make way for the school homecoming program, which Kwesi Kweti will be joining us shortly to present. Now, Kojotu Mwafu says, good morning, Moro. I'm surprised that Fifi Mwafu is sitting in a law school trying to become a lawyer, despite the fact that he doesn't believe in the law. You want someone's mother, wife, daughter to be jailed with defective charges. Kojo, it says, but whilst I'm not, yes, it says, whilst I'm not shocked, it should be mentioned because one day someone will hire you as a lawyer, and I pity that person.
I will be my first client.
Oh. Would you want to hire?
Oh, of course. I know. He's waiting for me to represent him. That's why he keeps talking about it.
If Kojo is your client, you can imagine your headache.
Even the pressure. The pressure to do a good job, eh?
Bro, no pressure. He's stubborn. Kojo is stubborn.
So stubborn.
Very stubborn.
Text message.
Kojo, you have a new up and coming lawyer. Please add him to your list of
just
lawyers.
A quick one on the text message that was sent to you about the lawyers in Ghana.
Yes.
I was just looking through.
Oh, the man says you won't even hire you as a dog catcher.
No.
The big brother.
He's waiting. He can't wait.
He can't wait.
He can't wait.
Yeah. Sorry, just a quick one before. Just a minute, on the lawyer's matter.
Yeah.
Because we have only a minute to go.
Yeah, sure. So I was just checking through the statistics, and I realized that China has about 1.4 practicing engineers.
Okay.
That's against 830,000 lawyers.
Oh, okay.
Ghana is doing 11,000 lawyers now. That's against 8,000 practicing engineers.
Wow.
And now that the law school has been expanded,
yes,
you can imagine.
Yeah, I know.
So
we're going to have
we
more
are a
lawyers.
developing nation. I think we should also, so like what Fifi said,
okay,
our lawyers should not just be general lawyers. They should specialize. Oil and gas, engineering, corporate law, criminal law. Like, they should diversify.
They are doing that.
You see, that will help us as a developing country. Otherwise, I put it to you alone doesn't help the nation grow.
Right. So we need more lawyers.
We need more lawyers, but we need much more engineers to grow as a nation.
You know, Moro,
we need both.
So you give me 1 minute.
Yes.
I think that what will be seen as a preferred job or what job opportunities will be available, I think that it will change significantly from now to the next 10 years.
Right.
Things, job opportunities that are available today may not be available in the next 5 to 10 years.
Right.
I think a lot is changing. So we need to be, our Ministry of Education, we need to look at the trends to see where the opportunities are shifting to and see how best we can also position ourselves to take advantage of. Because with the rate at which AI is going, a lot of the so-called fancy jobs may not.
Funny enough, we've just lost about 2 works in this very room. Formerly, 3 people would have been holding this camera following us.
Technology.
But now it's motion sensor.
I know.
So a lot will change. So what is important is how do we position ourselves such that we do not lose out at that point.
Okay.
Thank you.
So Kojo Tumbafu is back. Ask if
tell him to come and sit here.
Who his famous brother-in-law, who is a big-time lawyer, is. He doesn't learn anything. This one looks like a code between the two of you. I don't understand.
No, I know.
You know the person.
I know who is lawyer.
Who is lawyer? Okay.
Yeah, but
okay.
He's a very, very good lawyer.
Okay.
But Kudo still wants me to represent him, and that is why he keeps his bank. But he's too stubborn for me to have as a client. I don't want him as a client.
Okay. All right. So there's a very, very good friend of mine who is celebrating his birthday today. You know, I've known him for close to 20 years, but I don't know his full name. Interesting, because we all call him by one particular name, which is Alhaji Suwari. You know, he's one of the.
So that's his name.
Yes, I know. He hasn't told me his full name. He still doesn't want to tell me his full name. So, he's been based in the States for so many years. That's in New York, and I recall the last time I went there, he was the one who took me around. He's actually he's an NDC executive based in New York. Somebody has just sent me his picture. Unfortunately, I don't know whether time will permit us. Otherwise, I'll put it up. But Alhaji Suwari is celebrating his birthday today, and I want to wish Alhaji Suwari a very, very, very happy birthday. He's also a regular texter on the show, and he's currently in Ghana, but he doesn't want to tell me where he's based and what he's doing in Ghana. But Alhaji Suwari, today's your birthday. I want to wish you a happy, happy, happy birthday, Alhaji Suwari. Look, fantastic chap. A very good guy, has a very good heart, very hardworking guy. You know, yeah, I do.
You have very rich friends too.
Well, you have abandoned me, so the numbers have gone down.
No.
So may Allah let me finish. So Alhaji Suwari, happy birthday to you. May Allah continue to bless you, bless your good heart, bless your thoughtfulness, and like we say it in Hausa, Allah Barbutari. You know, we say it in Hausa, Allah Barbutari. Now go to Kwarai. Thank you very much, Alhaji Suwari. Happy birthday to you. Unfortunately, I couldn't put his picture up. Perhaps tomorrow I'll do a happy belated one for him. I'll put his picture up. So, yeah. So on this call, let me bring in my colleague. You know, when he stands there like a soldier, you know why he's here. School's
very
homecoming.
good height for it too.
Sorry?
It's a very good height.
Yeah. You know, he's a basketball player.
Oh.
Yes. Just that every team he joins, they sack him. I don't know what the problem is. Every team he joins, they sack him. Anyway. So the basketball, you still go play out?
Moro.
Yes, sir.
Semini.
I greet you, sir.
Semini.
What's Semini? You're speaking Hausa?
No, Semini. Moro, Semini.
What does that mean?
Oh, you don't know? But how do you know that it's Hausa that I'm speaking?
The only Semini I know be Hausa.
Hausa.
That one.
So I'm speaking Hausa with you. You don't want to respond.
For me.
I want you to respond.
Okay. Make a case on say maka.
Thank you very much. All right. Thank you. All right, so thank you. I mean, I appreciate that. You come again.
How are you? Good to see you.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Yes.
Today we have Santa Moga at the North Accra Academy in their house. Santa Moga is actually, having an event that's coming up in some few days. I'm sure by Saturday, the boys we're getting ready to get married to the ladies of Infanseman Senior High. So we're going to be having a conversation on the upcoming event. But then, our very distinguished panelists, a quick one. What would you do for your school, senior high school? If you look at what is happening now in the senior high secondary schools, what would you do for your school?
So I attended St. Mary's Seminary Secondary.
Yes, you've said it before, yeah.
And I think the biggest challenge we have now is dormitories.
Dormitories, okay.
And then our dining hall is also struggling. But then I think my year group is trying to put something together to also take care of one of the KVIPs.
Okay.
Yeah. We are still using them.
And I'm sure that you are contributing a lot to that.
Oh, yeah, sure.
That's a very good one. Honorable, how about you? What is upon your heart to do for your school? Because the truth of the matter is, a lot of us don't like to go back to our senior high just to see the state of it since we left and see what we can also do to help, give the school a facelift. And this coming weekend, a lot of schools are having their schools homecoming, and they're having activities just, give that school a very special, meaning. I mean, especially for the current students that are there. So what would you like to do for your school?
I want to go and trouble the education minister.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why so?
I think my school, Takwa Secondary School, is experiencing floods.
Wow.
Whenever it rains. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's that bad. And the cost involved is not one I can personally finance. So I want to trouble the minister as much as possible to see how best the ministry would intervene. Of course, I've done my little part. I've bought computers and other stuff for the school. But of course, this is beyond my budget. I'll spend some time at the Ministry of Education to trouble the minister.
I think you
start
should.
with the mayor.
Yeah.
The Takwa MC.
No. The rates is not one that you expect that it could easily be managed.
Wow.
So you need a bigger push to get the problem resolved. So
I think it's in the right direction.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is what I've been advising Moro to be doing for his school, but unfortunately, it hasn't partaken in some of the activities. So it's just unfortunate for Moro. Moro, thank you very much this morning. I don't want you to respond to this. I've been talking to you, you don't listen. So, all right, so the school's homecoming is coming up in some few moments. Let's take a break. When we come back, I'll introduce our schools and the conversation will start right here.
Finding my dream apartment in just 2 days was a breeze with 7terragh.com. Looking for your next home, the perfect piece of land, or the best commercial property for your business? Are you worried about sending money home for property and finding nothing when you return? Well, worry no more. 7terragh.com is just a platform to find prime lands, perfect properties, or vibrant real estate development at the click of a button. 7terragh.com is your go-to property listing platform that allows you to register, list, rent, buy or sell, and connect with correct agents. With our AI-powered smart search, personalized dashboards, verified agent connection, and interactive property maps, all your property needs have been made easier. Check us out on 7terragh.com or contact us on 0302-998-246 or 0561-032-252. 7terragh.com, powered by MNC Properties.
As the days come and go, there's always shit.
let colleagues